Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is scheduled as the third fight of the evening. This is in the super welterweight division. Going to the blue corner first. He is weighing in at 150 pounds out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. This young man trains with Marty Feldman, world-class trainer of 7 different world champions. He has a 2-0 record. Please welcome Zach Porreca. Porreca. Our last-minute substitute for Todd Venka is the sensational one from Baltimore, Maryland, a last-minute replacement, always in shape at 151 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the sensational one. 3 rounds, super welterweight division.
My commands a long time, and let's have it good. Let's get it.
And this is the super welterweight division, and so much talk about Zach Porreca, one of Marty Feldman's latest. And Marty Feldman doesn't send you into the ring unless you're prepared. Porreca comes out right away, stuns the sensational one with a combination. Really looks good. He's got his chin down. He's got his hands up. He's got the sensational one staggered. And we're gonna have a little standing 8 count right here. The sensational one, a last-minute replacement for Todd Venka, and Zach Porreca, obviously well-schooled under trainer Marty Feldman.
Are we going to get out of the first round of any of these fights, Jack?
We hope not. That's what we're here for. And now you got the sensational one turning his back. Down he goes. And that ought to do it for the sensational one here in the third fight tonight. So Zach Porreca, who we've heard so much about, fighting out of the fighting city of Westchester, Pennsylvania, improves to 3-0. He said he wanted to work the body. He never got down that far, Jim. He worked ahead, and the sensational one was game, but he didn't have enough for Zach Porreca tonight.
Well, that was just a mismatch, Jack. No other way to say it. The sensational one was game.
We all know you have been to South Philadelphia before, and there are probably 2 maintenance corners. But we want you to go to 11th inch chunk and visit our friends at Stake 'em Up.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner by a knockout, round number 1, 40 seconds. Zach Porreca. Porreca.
Time, knock your opponent out. That's what makes this circuit different from the rest.
Indeed.
So Zach Porreca, he goes to 3-0, and let's face it, Jim, you were right. And mismatch tonight, not a very formidable opponent for Zach Porreca. However, when you talk about a guy who was able to keep his chin down, his hands up, throw a couple combinations, show a little punch, show a little power, show a little willingness, you could tell he was taught by Marty Feldman.
Well, he's a Marty Feldman fighter is going to let his hands go. He's going to be busy in there, and he's going to have guts. And Marty teaches these guys how to hit hard. That's his specialty. He has a way of developing a boxer's ability to punch. I think Marty calls it sitting down on the punch, getting the trunk into it. It's not just throwing your arms out there.
Anthony, please report to the dressing room.
Much open now, so many possibilities now for Zach Porreca, because when you come here in front of a crowd like this, before an audience like this, and they're able to demonstrate that sort of boxing technique. What you've seen tonight already is 2 fights, a little sloppy, up until we saw Porreca. Porreca, not the least bit sloppy. Economy of motion, powerful punches, combinations. As you said, he let his hands go. That's where, if you're doing a little scouting report on a fighter, you want to see if the guy's got it. I don't know, Jim. I think Zach Porreca's got it.
I would definitely agree with you, Jack. He's a potential real deal. He's trained well. He comes into the ring. He's ready to go as soon as the bell rings. And as you pointed out, in a 1-minute round, you better be ready right away.
That's what's going to be interesting a little bit later tonight, Jim, when Augie Pantelis makes his comeback. We all have great respect for Augie. We know he can fight. He's used to 3-minute rounds, setting up your opponent. I want to see how he handles the 1-minute challenge.
I gotta believe that Augie's gonna come out throwing punches. I think he's confident in his own body, in his own stamina. Even at 65 years old, he has been training for this. He's not just coming off the shelf and showing up as an old-timer. I think he's going to be throwing punches right away.
I wouldn't want to get in with the great Augie Pantelis.
No, thank
We're going to see him tonight. And we're really, everybody here at the Philadelphia Airport Ramada on the edge of their seat, waiting to see the long-awaited return of one of their area heroes here from nearby Broomall, the Broomall bomber, Augie Pantelis.
What's interesting, Jack, too, is that he's a celebrity and an authentic boxing champion. He's got both ends covered.